Hey, what's up, Robert here, coming at you with another Photoshop tutorial, this time showing you how to create this photo mosaic effect here in Photoshop, just using a few different images here. And so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is open up the image that I want to add all this to. So I have a photo of a bride here that I'm just going to quickly drag into Photoshop, just like this. So we're going to create a pattern for this image, and when you create the pattern, you want to kind of, figure out how you want the pattern to be. Do you want the images to be large, or do you want it to be real tiny and small? We're going to go ahead and maybe make the image about from here to here, about this big. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is go to File, New, create a new window at 400 by 400 pixels, click OK. Now you want to open up your rulers by hitting Control R or going to View Rulers, and it'd be better if your snapping is turned on. For the rulers, I'm going to come over here, click and drag this ruler out, and when it gets towards the center, you'll feel it click, and do the same for the top. So now we have this square cut out into 4 equal pieces. Kind of like these little soup crackers I had for lunch. I didn't have soup for lunch. What? Soup? It's for when you're sick. Anyway, let's open up these photos we're going to add. I'm going to add 4 photos because, there's 4 blocks. So I'm going to select these flowers, maybe this, these shoes, and how about this butterfly? Let's drag these 4 images into our new window, and they're going to come in just like this in CS5. They may work differently in previous versions. So just keep on hitting enter until you got all 4 photos done in here. Alright, so I'm going to unhide all the photos but one, and we're going to work with one at a time. And I'm just going to place it how I want it to be in the square. You can see that. Then I'm going to go to the rectangle marquee tool and just select this, and it'll also snap to the rulers, so it's nice and easy. I'm going to hit Control J while that layer is selected, and now we hide this layer that we started off with, and we got this new layer that's cut out to that square. Let's do the same with the rest. I'm going to unhide this next picture here, move it around there. It looks good. Rectangle marquee tool, Control J, unhide this layer. Do the same for this layer. Go back to the arrow here, move it around, the move tool. I think it's M, yep, for the marquee tool. Control J, and then unhide this last layer. V for that move tool. Bring it up here. Control J, and then hide this layer. So we have all 4 images here, and that's looking good. Now, like I said before, it all depends on how big you want the images to be in this photo, and it also depends on how big your image is that you're starting off with. So if your image is really small, this pattern is going to be very large on the image, but if the image is very big, the pattern is going to be a lot smaller, obviously. So now let's save this as a pattern. We're going to go to Edit, Define Pattern, and we're going to name this as Wedding Mosaic. Alright, so now that we got that done, we can go back to our original photo here, create a new layer, and then we're going to go to Edit, Fill, choose Pattern, and then your image should automatically be here at the bottom. If you hover over it, it says Wedding Mosaic 400 by 400. Blend mode, normal, opacity 100. Click OK. Now for this layer, we're going to change the blend mode from normal to overlay. And it should turn out like this. Whoa. Overlay. Okay, so it looks like all these images are put together to create this one masterpiece. And if you don't like those images to be colored, you can see, they're colored. You can always select the layer, go to Image Adjustments, Desaturate, and that'll make them black and white and fit a little better in your image. So there you have it, photo mosaics done in Photoshop. You can follow me on Twitter at Rob's Productions. Visit the site robertsproductions.net. Subscribe here for weekly tutorials, not just in Photoshop, but in Sony Vegas and After Effects. Also, there's a link to the Facebook down in the description. If you want, you can like me on Facebook. If you have any questions, just comment on this video. and I will try my best to answer them. I hope this helped, and until next time,
Take care.